Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to Dale Chanel's 40th World, where we do the bold and the beautiful recounts and reviews in Atlanta, Georgia. Alrighty, let's get right on into it. We're going straight from recapping from yesterday's episode. We have rested Dusty and slept from another mother, is reassuring one another that everything is okay between them. I'm like, yeah, sure it is. Sure it is, sure it is, sure it is. Okay. Anyway. We got Super Snoop Katie comes to see Slept from Another Mother, and she finds Courageous Ivy there. And Courageous Ivy tells Super Snoop Katie she's worried about Slept from Another Mother. Then we go to Bozo the Clown. Bozo the Clown is trying to run from his issues. That's all he does. I mean, I thought women supposed to run and not face their issues of what they need to do or they know they need to do. But I tell you, Bozo with a clown since he came to California. That's all he been doing. Even with Hope bringing him there. That's all he been doing. Running, running, running. That's all he has been doing since the time I laid eyes on him. Okay. But he want to run away. He want to take his daddy's jet and fly to, I guess, Timbuktu, Shanghai, China, the ends of the earth. Who knows? Okay. He just running from Spencer Man and in his deep-seated, crazed, messed up mind, he thinks that Spencer Man and Bought and Paid For are pretty much, getting back together since Bought and Paid For won't return none of his messages. And of course, his dad, Dollar Bill, is trying to calm his behind down. But just like a nervous ass woman, that's exactly what Bozo the Clown is acting like. Okay? Ain't got no testosterone up in him. But then we go to Spencer Man. Spencer Man decides to get his tattoo removed prior to letting the doctor leave after he's finished removing bottom paid for his tattoo where you can't even see it. Okay? So he sits down in the hot seat and calls himself letting the doctor stop work on his tattoo. And he thought it was just all fun and games until the man started working on them little fingers of his ring finger, and that popping. I don't know if it was electricity or laserness going on. It was laser, but I don't know. It's ping ponging like it was hurting him because he kind of motion or his facial expression kind of told it all, even if it wasn't. But hey, he had to do it for the cameras anyway, right? He had to act like a wimp, like his brother Bozo the Clown. I guess Bozo the Clown would just fell on out to the floor. Okay, and said, no, I can't take it no more. Give me some anesthetic. Okay, put me under and then do whatever you feel you need to do with my finger. Okay, that's how Bozo the Clown would have handled it. And of course, Bought and Paid For is chuckling in the background at him, laughing at him being in pain going through the process. And she handled it somewhat like a champ. And she's a female, all that estrogen going on. But she's handling it much better than Spencer Man. Okay? Then we have Dollar Bill. He's smelling something in the kitchen good in the stove, and he's asking Bozo the Clown, what is it? And of course, it's some type of vegetarian type mixture that he done concocted up for his lady friend. And she ain't got there. Bought and Paid For ain't not returning none of the phone calls. Nothing. None of the texts. Nothing. And he's just sitting up there like a frantic schoolgirl waiting on a phone call to ring from this boy she met. And he said he was going to call her at this certain time and it's getting down to the wire. And it may be a few minutes after the time he said he was gonna call her, and she's panicking. And that's just how Bozo the Clown is acting. Okay, freaking out, telling his dad, maybe it's best this way. Now he can really get over her. I'm like, Bozo the Clown, sit your ass down, please sit your ass down. Then we have Spencer Man. He really doesn't like the technique of the removal of the tattoo process going on. Then we go back to Courageous Ivy. Courageous Ivy is explaining to Super Snoop Katie what she experienced with Slut from Another Mother prior to her getting there. And Super Snoop Katie doesn't know what to think, of these new found um, concerns that Slut from Another Mother is portraying. Then we go back to Rusty Dusty and Slept from Another Mother, still in that area. I guess it's like a place that they go store the clothes, but it still kind of looked like a lot of, you know, un what do you call it, unfixtured type wires coming from there or cable lines or something. It's something they need to have closed off, but they have wardrobe clothes in the back, so maybe it's just a dumping ground for garments that are not being used at this time or in any advertisement. Maybe it's like a storage room or something. But they still make a small talk and Slept from Another Mother keep bringing up the secret in San Francisco. Like she keep on talking like that. People are going to hear her just passing by, and they're gonna put two and two together and be wanting to blackmail them. You know what I'm saying? Because she keep running her mouth about San Francisco, the secret, that kiss, and all of this. I mean, come on. Then we go to commercial. We come back, and we come back. Slept from Another Mother is looking like she wants to jump. Dusty Rusty Rusty Dusty's bones. Okay, she's so on the edge, and Rusty Dusty's looking at Slut from Another Mother like, stop being crazy, stop being uneasy, you're anxious, this, that, and the third, and calm down. I think he want to get into her pants too, but he's being a little bit more subtle. You know what I'm saying? Then we got bought and paid for. She's teasing Spencer Man about his tattoo removal session. She said, honey, well, you got 5 more. And the doctor in the background say, well, no, his is a little bit, uh, I guess, thicker and a lot of more ink got impressed in his skin. It's going to take more than that. Or the doctor just might be looking at the dollar signs to pay off some more bills. Okay? Then bought and paid for is talking about having past and current fun with Spencer Man. Then we got Spencer Man is telling bought and paid for to don't forget her signed divorce papers because she's trying to get on out of there and this, that, and the, the comings and goings. And I'm like, go home, go and do what you got to do. Stop, saying Spencer Man is all this. He's wonderful. He's kind and this, that, and the third. We already know that. Spencer Man is admitting that under the circumstances, he shouldn't have married her in the get go. So easy come, easy go. Both of them gonna do well without one another, and it is what it is. They hug, they embrace. Then we go to Bozo the Clown. He's still freaking out. He's telling the pilot to get him something, eatable on the plane. Of course, they already know he's vegetarian. They say, okay, you want your hummus and this, that, and that. He's like, no, I don't want meat. I'm like, man, you should eat meat anyway, because it's not the lack of protein that's driving you crazy. It's your testosterone turning into estrogen, making you a full-fledged woman with all this mess going on. I'm so sick of him. And then, the whole idea of him always trying to run somewhere. Run here, run there, like that's gonna solve your problem. Why don't you just sit in your own shit and just wait it out like a real man? You know what I'm saying? But now he got to go acting like Bozo the Clown would act, telling his dad, I need to use the jet. I need to go somewhere. I don't know where I want to go, but I just want to go up in the friendly skies and just lose my mind. I'm like, nope, that has already taken place and it's on its own choo choo train going straight to Never Never Land. Okay? So, I'm just sick of Bozo the Clown. He's always trying to run away, and make like he's doing something. Then you got bottom paid for. She running after him, and I'm like, both of them are just so impatient. I'm like, how are y'all gonna ever get to go or get to the point where y'all want it to be solidified? And both of y'all are very much so into each other, and you're not going to be run off or put off by the other's actions just because one is not doing what the other one wants them to do. Have you always It's just always a whole hot mess with them. Neither one of them can just stay in one place and just sit there until the other one comes. Both of them got to be all flighty. So then we have Dog Bill understands finally and gives Bozo the Clown the approval to go get wild, go let off some steam, go eat your meat. Still joking at him at the same time. 'Cause he know Bozo the Clown ain't got nothing up in him to do nothing horrific. So we go to commercial, we come back. We got Bozo the Clown is in his car. Bought and paid for is in her car. And they are both looking for one another. I tell you, it look like Bozo the Clown driving one of them energy save on friendly gas on the what do you call it? The Go Green ecosystem type vehicles. I was like, that looks just like Bozo the Clown. Yes, it do. It look just like it's behind. But anyway, they both looking for each other. He's going to the airport and she's going to the beach house that he owns, or I should say Dollar Bill owns, looking for Crazy Bozo the Clown. Then we go back to Super Snoop Katie. She's asking Courageous Ivy, is Slut from Another Mother really okay with her? And then we have Slut from Another Mother still talking to Rusty Dusty about the recent trip. She keeps telling Rusty Dusty it cannot happen again. I'm like, yeah, you want it to happen again. You want him to take the initiative, but I believe this time you're gonna be taking all the initiative, and it's gonna be a hot mess. Then we have Rusty Dusty says he don't want to lay down his life for Slut from Another Mother right now. I'm like, why are you even saying you want to lay down your life? I mean, you want to lay her down and get busy and then choose her over Logan's Run? Who the world is coming to an end, all right? Then we have Bozo the Clown has arrived at the airport, waiting to get on his father's jet. Still can't believe he's, going on another solo trip instead of keeping his solo behind home. And then he would have saw that Bought and Paid For had made it there. Bought and Paid For comes home to Bozo the Clown and finds Dollar Bill there, trying to eat up the food that he had really cooked for Bought and Paid For and himself, meaning Bozo the Clown. And Bought and Paid For asking Dollar Bill, why is he here and where is Bozo the Clown? He said, Bozo the Clown looking for you. Yeah, he thought you had went off with the other son. And yeah, he at the airport, honey. You better go get him. And then she goes out with her heels running after Bozo the Clown. Okay. Then we go to Super Snoop Katie. And Courageous Ivy still talking about um what's her name? Lord, Slut from Another Mother and her disposition on how she was at the time of leaving the office and where did she go and this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all both of y'all just knows as hell. Okay, Ivy, I'm gonna need you to get some romance in your life or something because you just worried about the wrong thing. Okay? But Spencer Man, he's gonna be definitely where you can place suitor with him. But it is what it is, okay? Then we have Rusty Dusty Tales, Slut from Another Mother. Let's see each other in a different light. Let's start from this point on, and we both are still willing to keep the secret. Now that's where we're gonna go with it, and we ain't gonna talk about it too much more, okay? Then we have Slut from Another Mother Tales, Rusty Dusty. She will never forget what happened with them in San Francisco. And then Rusty Dusty said, well, I only thought about it one time, and I don't think we should be thinking about it. Then she jumps back on page correct and say, yeah, you're right. No, we don't need to think about that no more. And it should never happen again. I said, but you were just down memory lane talking about you'll never forget it. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. Slut from Another Mother. Ugh. Anyway, we go back to Bozo the Clown. Bozo the Clown is remember when Bought and Paid For came back to him, getting all upset. Then Bought and Paid For gets to the airport and she thinks she's missed him. Then they both start thinking about the beach. And no, she's thinking about him, he's thinking about her. She looking up in the sky thinking that that's Bill Spencer's private jet plane going across the air. Yeah, and she's leaving, she's being left behind. And then she's just looking everywhere and all this kind of stuff. And like, oh, really? Then they do this whole beach scene where she finally noticed that this man looks very similar to Bozo the Clown. And she keeps following him till they get way in the open where she can physically see that's him. And then she hollers for him a couple of times. And he finally looks down the what do you call it, the parking lot, and he sees it's her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, not this beach scene again where they gonna be running like in slow motion, like they just, I'm like, oh, can a car come out and one of them fly up on the car? Can we have some kind of disastrous thing go on? Because that's made me want to vomit to see them two finally get it together. And then she running in some heels. I'm like, really? Y'all really gonna expect for me, a viewer, to believe that crap? Okay, this is the time I wanted it to be a dream, and I wake up and that's all it was, a freaking dream. But anyway, they finally get with each other. Liam's Bozo the Clown sees she didn't leave him, and she's all excited to see him. She shows him the papers and this, that, and the third, and they can't believe it. I can't believe it either. Ugh. where is the drama in today's episode? But anyway, y'all, that was pretty much it. It was hit or miss. I didn't really get any chuckles except for Bill when he was sitting up there trying to eat some vegetarian food and seemed like he was liking it. He was telling, oh, about to pay for, yeah, go and look for him, honey. Go and run after him, okay? Because he sure finna run up in those friendly skies and mope and whine about not having you in his life. And that was pretty much it, guys. That's all I got a chuckle out of. Because the rest was just fuckery. Really, it was just pure fuckery. But anyway, that was my take on The Bold and the Beautiful that aired today. When is this? Tuesday? Yes. January the 24th, 2017, guys. Take care. Good night.